Monday to me. So it's gonna get better though. I think this is it. So my name is Ina Alvarez. I am a practicing attorney here in Hillsborough County. I've been practicing for a little over 17 years. I practice a whole bunch of things. I do family law, I do probate, I do incapacities, guardianships. I also work part-time for the state of Florida, and I am the only attorney in Hillsborough County that represents indigent people that are alleged to have developmental disabilities. So I represent those people when someone is seeking to be appointed as their guardian advocate. More exciting than that, I am running for circuit judge in Hillsborough County Group 13. We have 5 judges retiring this sort of season, this cycle. So I just sort of felt called at this time, because we are going to take such a hit, to throw my name in the ring and try to be one of your next circuit judges. So the election is in August. The election is in August. We're on the primary ballot, but it's not our primary election, it's our general election. So if you don't vote in August, then you can choose to vote for judges, your judges in Hillsborough County. So I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for inviting me, and I look forward to participating today.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I am Yolanda, aka Coach Lovey, and thank you. So my company name is WeWed. WeWed is for couples and individuals. I make communication decks to help with communication, because that is important, that is key. And now I'm seeing, as I've been out doing fishing events, that there are a lot of people out there that are having some issues as couples or as individuals with themselves. So it gave me that niche to continue to keep going. That's why I switched my name back to WeWed, because originally that's where I started. But I branched out to relational communication coaching, doing also employer-employee, thinking that that was a better market for me. I see that I tried it. Wasn't for me. I'm going back to my original plan, which is WeWed. Thank y'all for having me.
All right.
Good morning.
Hello.
My name's Tarot Bright. I'm a business consultant with Chase Bank. As a business consultant, we work with Chase customers and non-Chase customers. And essentially all we're looking to do is see where you are, where you're looking to go, and see what we can do, what resources we have that can help take you to that next level. All right. So if you're having any challenges, we look to see how we can help you overcome that. Or if you're just looking to grow the business, or maybe just need a sounding board or something you're looking to do, how you're looking to expand, we see how we can be an asset and a resource to you in helping you accomplish that goal. Free program with Chase, doesn't cost anything, just your time commitment. Other than that, that's we just want to be an asset and help you. So if I can give any assistance, let me know.
All right. Thank you, Tarad.
I've been with Chase since I was 16.
Oh.
And I'm doing 30 now,
Davion Floyd with Quick and Easy Tax Solutions. We help business owners keep from paying so much in taxes. We do tax preparations, bookkeeping, and I used, for example, last year I would have owed $60,000 in taxes. So I bought an $85,000 truck. That truck got rid of about $60,000 debt, and for our pain and suffering, we got a $2,000 tax return. So that's what we do for our clients. New to Florida, I've been here 2 years next month. Coming from El Paso, Texas, retired military, 21 years.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kara. I'm also new to Tampa, but I'm actually from Tampa, so I moved back after like 7 years. So I just had a baby recently, so I've been kind of out of the game, but now I'm getting back into networking. I've been in real estate for 5 years in Kansas. I'm currently getting my license in Florida. And then I'm also getting licensed in life insurance and investments. So I can do 401k plans, annuities, mutual funds. I'm just expanding my product services because the finance industry is what I'm passionate about, as well as events. So if you guys have any events going on, please invite me. I would love to get involved. I don't care what industry it's in. I just love meeting with people. The reason I'm here today, and my broker invited me, but unfortunately she wasn't able to come. So.
It's all right. We're going to make sure she gets to see the video. Would you like to, Jasmine, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Jasmine Bass. I am the chapter president of Toyota Johnson Theta Store Incorporated, and I'm also the camp director of the Science Media with Sakeya Donaldson, and I'm just here, and I'm a future entrepreneur.
I like that part, yes. Sakeya, I'm going to introduce you. So, Priscilla, would you like to share?
I would. Good morning, everyone. I'm Priscilla Wilson-Conyers. I'm one of the owners of Eggs Up Grill. Thank you all for being with us today.
Woohoo!
So that's what I do in my entrepreneurial life. In my career life, I'm a clinical pharmacist. I practice as needed at St. Joseph's Hospital. So that's just a little bit about myself. And thank you all for being here. Siobhan, huge gratitude to you for allowing us to host the Boss Babes Collective.
Which you are part of.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Priscilla. Woo! I'm going to come down on that end because I'm going to introduce to you all our lady of the day. Sakeya, we're going to go down towards the sign down there. Excuse me, baby on.
I got you.
I want to make sure everyone can hear me loud and clear as I introduce you. Let me pull out your bio here. You guys, we got a heavyweight in the house. If you don't know, today you will find out. All right. Come next to me, Moses. All right, so today, our featured speaker today is Sakeya Donaldson, founder and CEO of the Science of Beauty. Sakeya is a visionary entrepreneur, STEM education innovator, and fashion stylist, whose career has spanned beauty, science, education, and entertainment. A graduate of Clark Atlanta University and the Fashion Institute of Technology, she has styled some of industry's biggest names. Are y'all ready for these names?
Ready.
How many of you know Usher? Nicki Minaj, Zendaya, Ciara, Brandy, and my favorite, Mary J. Blige.
Wow.
Currently, Sakeya is transforming STEM education through the Science of Beauty, a groundbreaking program that combines cosmetic chemistry, product development, and entrepreneurship to inspire the next generation of young women in science. Her curriculum is being implemented in the Hillsborough County Public Schools. Yes, and her work has earned national recognition, including the 2025 STEMI Education of the Year Award and the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. Before we continue, we got to give it up for that. She's also an author, STEM kit creator, and the visionary behind the HBCU Summer of Science Tour, which she'll tell you more about. This morning, Sakeya will be sharing the science of style using fashion as a branding tool. So please join me in giving her a warm Boss Babes Breakfast Club welcome. Thank you for being here. You're so welcome. And I want to pull a little trick out my sleeve real quick here. This little envelope, you recognize this, right, Chase Bank? This is just a small token of my appreciation. I had the pleasure of going last week to see her pour into the children in Hillsborough County at her summer camp. And just to see the smile on these little girls' faces when they were sitting there creating their own fragrances, their own candles, pitching their ideas. I was like, wait a minute, how old are these kids? I'm used to seeing people who pitch like that in college over at the University of South Florida. So to see this with the younger children, that really melted my heart. And I just wanted to give this to you to pour into a child, to provide a STEM kit to someone in need of a STEM kit. So this is for you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So I'm going to step out of your way and let you do what you do best.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Siobhan, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. So when Siobhan and I had spoken about possibly speaking with the group, I wanted to bring awareness to how fashion and style can be used as a branding tool for entrepreneurs, corporate executives, public figures, etc. So, like Siobhan stated, I'm a retired wardrobe stylist. I was a wardrobe stylist for over 20 years in the entertainment and sports industry. And so now I'm kind of transitioning, well not kind of, I'm transitioning into my STEM space, but still definitely want to keep my finger on the pulse of fashion. So I'm also an author, like she stated, and I'm an on-air TV personality. I'm the fashion contributor for Great Day Live Tampa Bay, so I do fashion segments quite regularly there. So, oh, she already ready. Okay. So I think we already talked about this. Yep. Okay, Jay, we can go to the next one. Okay. So, some things that we're going to touch on today, curating your personal style. I think that is probably the most important aspect of this, understanding the 5 most common body types, closet staples, and the trifecta. Let's go. Okay, curating your personal style. So, personal style is just what it means, right? It's things that fit you. I always say dress and select things that love you back, right? So it's not about trends, it's more so about what makes you feel comfortable, right? You don't want to find yourself having to purchase things every season. If you're buying clothes every season, that means you're not intentionally shopping for your personal style, right? That means if something is hot, I want it. And that's not how it should be. And also, another thing about personal style is find one thing that people can identify you with, right? So we'll use Siobhan, for example, her earrings, right? When you see Siobhan, she's gonna have on these very bold earrings, and that's become her signature and her personal style. So I implore you guys to find something that just sticks and resonates. So I'm going to share a personal story with you guys. When I first relocated back to Tampa and I launched my STEM program, I was out and I was, networking, going to all these different events. And I would talk to people that I had met previously, maybe at another event, but they wouldn't realize or recognize me because as a woman, we change our hair. This is before I cut my hair. So we're changing our hair, right? Like every week we got a different hairstyle, a color, all these things. And so I realized that I was talking to the same people, but they didn't remember me until I started telling them about it. They're like, oh, I met you before, but your hair was different, right? Like that was the first thing that they said. And so I was like, okay, I need to develop something that is exclusive to me so that I can be noticed and remembered immediately. And that led to me, I cut my hair. I cut it, I dyed it. So now I can meet somebody and then I see them a year later. It's like, I remember you, right? Because it was sticky. It's something that stuck with them. So that's the thing about finding your personal style, right? And just understanding what works for you, what loves you back. Build a signature, not just a wardrobe. So clothes are expensive. Like that's just the bottom line, right? So we're not purchasing things that aren't investments. We're not purchasing things that don't work with other things that you already have in your closet. When I'm talking to my clients, I always tell them before I buy something, I think of like 5 different ways I can wear this item. Like if I buy these shoes, do I have 5 outfits in my closet right now? Not I buy the shoes and then I have to buy something else to go with it. Like do I have something right now in my closet that I can wear with that before I make a decision? And then also another thing I do, and this may be taboo, but I don't recommend buying things on sale, right? That's just my personal opinion. And there's a theory behind that. Because when you purchase things on sale, the price is what drives the decision. It's not if you really like the item. So I'm gonna give you guys a homework assignment. Go home tonight and look in your closet and all the things that have tags on it. Let's see if they were on sale or if you paid full price for it, right? Because trust me, if you're paying full price for an item, that means you really, really, really love this item. And you're really, really, really gonna wear it, right? So it's not so much about the cost of the item, it's more so the cost per wear, right? Like I've had a pair of shoes that I might have paid $800 for, but I wear them 10 times a month. And I've kept them for 4 years. So when you break it down, the $800 really isn't a lot. As opposed to if you spend $100 on a pair of shoes, and you don't really like them, or they don't really go with anything in your closet, you really wasted $100, right? So that's kind of like the theory and the logic. If I'm paying full price for something, I I love it, I done thought about it, I done prayed about it, I done budgeted for it, you know, and I'm gonna get my cost per wear out of the item. So that's the really important thing about building a signature, not just a wardrobe. You don't wanna just have a whole bunch of things that you kinda like. I only buy things that I love. Like, I can't stop thinking about it, I need it, I already see the vision, I see the event that I'm gonna wear it to, I see the pictures, I see all the things, right? And so that's the thought process for that. And lastly, dress for the life and the opportunities that you want. If you wanna be addressed as something or considered something, it's all about perception, right? Like, if you wanna be an executive, dress like an executive. You'll get treated like an executive. You'll get approached like an executive. So these are just some things that you can do to start curating your personal style. Next step. Okay, so body types. That is probably the single most important thing when building a wardrobe. You have to know your body type. There are 5 common body types. Does anybody know what they are? Or one of them? Or you have one?
Hourglass.
Hair.
There's the triangle down.
Inverted triangle.
Inverted, and then triangle
And then
up.
triangle.
And then
Hourglass, we got that. And then, yes,
the last one.
athletic or square, right? And so once you know what your body type is, then you understand how to dress for that. So we're gonna go through those quickly. So first we have hourglass, right? So hourglass is really not defined by your weight, it's defined by your proportions. Hourglass simply means that your shoulders and your hips are parallel and your waist goes in, right? That's all that it really means. So we have Beyonce here. So if you look at her shoulders and her waist, and her hips, are parallel, and then her waist goes in. So when you have a person that has this shape, like anything that can be used to cinch their waist is what they go for. Belted, wrap dresses, high-waisted pants, things that just really accentuate the waist. So hourglass, you know, we don't wear shapeless clothing, bulky stuff. You really want things that are gonna lay on your body and accentuate your positives. Next. Okay, rectangle, or AKA athletic. So here we have Sierra. So if you look at Sierra, she's really up and down, right? She doesn't have big hips. She doesn't have a cinched-in waist. She's very kind of athletic shape, up and down. So with a rectangle body type, you have to create the illusion of a waistline, right? And so you do that with belts. You do that with corsets. You do that with A-line dresses, right? You kind of layer your looks for proportion. And so those are the different things that you can use to actually make yourself like have a waist as opposed to just being straight up and down. Next thing. Okay, so next we have a triangle or a pear. So a triangle just simply means that you're kind of broader up top and then kind of go down. This is it, it's a triangle. So you're smaller up top and your hips are wider. So with Kim, people will look at her and think that she's an hourglass, but she's not. She's very narrow up at the top. And then because of, you know, we don't know if they're enhancements or what, allegedly, you know, she's very wide at her bottom. But top, her shoulders and her hips are disproportionate. So things like off the shoulder tops, because by her top being smaller, you want to balance it out. Dressing for your body type is all about balance. That's what you're trying to get to, regardless of your body type. So off the shoulders, both necks, things that accentuate and give your shoulders a stronger presence are what triangle type body types are. And then next we have inverted triangles, like the upside down. So if a triangle means that you're smaller at the top and larger at the bottom, then an inverted triangle, which would be here, means that you're heavier at the top and then you're narrower at the bottom. So we have just got here. So it's broad shoulder, bust, narrow hips, no actual waist definition. And so with things like this, you want to balance out the top. So you do wide leg pants, you do maxi skirts, you do flowy type of things at the bottom that can balance out the broadness of your shoulders and your top. You don't want to accentuate the top. So no halters, no high neckline, nothing that's going to bring attention to the top. And fine, I think round.
Yeah.
Okay. So oval, right? And so oval is, you know, you're a little round, you're a little fluffy, right? And that's okay. But this is another silhouette where you have to use accessories and the type of clothing that you choose to accentuate a waist, because it's not really there. You don't want things that cut you off at your waist. You don't want things that are going to bring attention to your midsection, because that's kind of your problem area. So things like ruching, right? Dresses, shirts, things like that. Long line blazers. Basically, you don't want anything that's going to cut you off right here. You want to keep the eye line and the style line consistent. You don't want anything to bring attention to your midsection. Okay, closet staples. So I wrote a book. This is my book here. It's called Fly Girl Approved, and it's a guide to styling. So what I did is I took a letter out of one letter out of the alphabet, every letter of the alphabet. And I wrote about a fashion theme that every fly girl should have, right? So for example, D, I wrote about denim jackets, right? And so this is actually a picture of me. I had a designer do some really amazing illustrations. So a denim jacket for me is like a secret third piece. I always believe that when you're getting dressed, you should have a third piece, whether it's a jacket, a scarf, something to kind of layer over your basic top and bottom. Let's see what else we wrote about. A watch, right? Like a watch can be used as an accessory. We don't use timepieces anymore. Anything from an Apple Watch to a AP, like you just need something as an accessory. Let's see what else we wrote about. A caftan. This is my favorite, right? You know, everybody wants to be in Monaco right now. At the F1, on the yacht, you know. So a caftan is really a part of that look. We've all seen Mariah Carey and Beyonce coming off the yacht, and they have these long, flowy dresses. It's not a dress, it's a caftan, you know. So the next time when we have our Boss Babes collective, you know, retreat, you know, on my coast.
Yes.
Everybody can have caftans.
I like that. Let's go for it.
So amazing. And so these are just some things, some staples that, you know, you should have in your wardrobe. Blazers. Blazers are a good piece that you can have. You can dress them up, you can dress them down. They can be a separate, they can be standalone. Sunglasses. I'm a sunglass girl. I'm gonna wear sunglasses all day, every day. I wear them on the plane, I wear them at night. I'm the girl that's out with sunglasses at night. This was at night. And I had them on.
Wasn't that a song? I wear my sunglasses at night.
Thank you so much. So it's just a thing, right? You wanna have accessories. Accessories bring your look together. Whether it's a handbag, sunglasses, jewelry, scarves, all these different things bring your look together. Denim is very, 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 very important. Not only is it important, denim is very hard to shop for, right? How many of us have problems shopping for denim? It's different cuts, different washes, it's different lengths, it's different silhouettes. And I just believe you should have 2 to 3 pair of quality denim. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, you can wear them with heels, sneakers, loafers, they go with any look. Those are some closet staples. Other closet staples, a white white button down, crispy white button down. I have about 20 of them. Like different buttons, different cuts, different silhouettes, and they just work, right? So you definitely want to have those closet staples. Next. The trifecta. So I talk about this a lot, especially when I'm doing my on-camera recaps for like the Met Gala. That's what I just did a couple of weeks ago, and the Grammys and things like that when I was talking about celebrities. The thing about an effective overall look is what I call the trifecta. It's the hair, skin/makeup, and the wardrobe. One thing off can mess up the whole look, right? And so when people come to me about working with them and creating their personal style, it's just like, oh, I need a new wardrobe. It's like, yeah, but you need a new hairstyle, right? But let's update it. Let's trim it. Let's frame your face, right? Let's add some color to it. Let's get a skin regimen, right? How many of us have a skin regimen? That matters, right? Because a good makeup application starts with great skin. So this is what I call the trifecta. And if you can master this, then you'll be able to elevate and upgrade your personal style. And so the purpose of me doing this presentation was because as entrepreneurs, as business executives, as public servants and things like that, we're very front-facing, right? And so style is something that I've been able to use as leverage, right? So today I'm going to be out frolicking around the city, right? And so when I got dressed this morning, I was very intentional about what I wanted to wear. First, I wanted to be comfortable. Secondly, the World Cup is getting ready to start, right? Next week is probably the biggest thing that's going to happen in the States this year, right? So I'm going to run into a few people that's going to recognize, they're going to say, oh, I like the jersey. Are you a soccer fan? It's like, no, I'm not, but I can talk to you about it. And as soon as you get a person to engage with you, now you have their attention. Now you can tell them you're a tax executive. Now you can tell them that you work with Chase. Now you can tell them that you're running for a circuit county judge and things like that. And so I say use fashion, add fashion to your arsenal to be able to bring people to you. Even if you're shy, even if you're a person that doesn't like to go out and just talk to people. If someone comes up and compliments you about something, you have a window to where you have their undivided attention. And whatever you tell them, they're going to be receptive to that, right? And so this is an easy way for you to attract and bring people to you and use fashion as a leverage. You got anything else? Explain the picture.
You're looking fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we want to know.
Oh, the background. Oh, listen to my manager. So this was at an event in New York. It was for Juvia's Place, which is a makeup brand, right? You know what, Jay? This is the perfect story. It's a makeup brand. So I met Chi-Chi, who was the founder of Juvia's Place at the Essence Festival last year, because I did my program at Xavier, which is in New Orleans. And I took the young ladies to the Essence Festival as their field trip. So I met Chi-Chi there. Chi-Chi is the founder. As a field trip.
Best field trip, right?
Not the zoo. I met Chi-Chi. She has this amazing brand, Juvia's Place. They have like a whole aisle at Ulta. Their product range is crazy. And this was their first brand event. So I met Chi-Chi at Essence Festival. We exchanged information. We started following each other on social media. I gave her some of my products, my hair perfume, and probably about 3 weeks later, she had ordered like 10 of them. And she had posted them on her page, and she was like, hey, this is why you guys should support small beauty brands. This product is amazing, all of the things. Then she invited me to her event. This event probably was the best brand event I have ever went to. Like it was hands down amazing. And I've been to some amazing brand events. And this was that one. She invited me to that. And then about 3 months later, for National Day of Giving, she just hit me up on Instagram. I had put a post like, hey, today National Day of Giving, you know, support your favorite charity or nonprofit that's doing work that you love. And she DM'd me back like, hey, I want to donate $10,000 to the Science Community STEM program.
Love that.
Immediately, right? And that all stemmed from a meeting at Essence. It was quick. Because you got to think she got 500 people around her, right? And then when I showed up to her event, you know, looking like this.
Yes.
It was like, thank you for coming. And that's another thing, right? I always say, as an entrepreneur and as a person that's building a brand, because regardless if you know it or not, whether you're a corporate, entrepreneur, public servant, you are building a personal brand, whether you set out to do it or not. If you're a person that's late all the time, that's your personal brand. Like, yeah, I don't want to work with Jasmine. She's late all the time. You know, if you're a person that, hey, you know, I want to call Priscilla. She's a great person to work with. She's punctual. She's nice, right? You're building a brand whether you know it or not. So I always say, show up until you can't show up. I go to so many different events. That's how I've been able to grow my business and my reach so fast. Now, it's going to get to a point where I can't show up to everything, but until I get to that point, I'm going to say yes to as many things as I possibly can. Thanks, Jay. So, in conclusion, so curating a personal style is never about trend, right? It's just about intention. It's about who you want to be in the world when you walk out of your house. How do you want the world to perceive you? How do you want the world to receive you? And so fashion and style is a way that you can interpret who you are, what you stand for, and what you believe in. And this is some of my contact information. This is a link to the Fly Girl Approved book. I have a few here.
Oh, I was about to ask about that.
If you want to purchase one, I have some here. But if not, you guys can order them off Amazon. And that concludes my presentation today.
Woo! Oh, look, you got a #1 fan. I do.
Okay.
I wrote mine down. So it's 3 questions. The first one, I'll give you all 3 and then allow you to share with us. Being that we have 2 gentlemen here with us today and that you've styled Usher, I would love for you to share any tips you know for the gentlemen here today. And you already answered about your book because I want to know how I can get a book. I want to purchase and get you to sign it. Can you share about your hair perfume and also about the HBCU tour that you're about to go on?
Okay. So we'll start from the
General.
last one.
Okay.
So the Science of Beauty is my STEM program that I run full time. And what I do is I work with young girls and I introduce them to STEM careers in the beauty industry. A lot of people don't correlate beauty and STEM, but all of the products that we use are chemists, scientists, researchers are developing these products. And as you know, STEM is a very, very difficult concentration, especially for young girls. So instead of trying to force them into coding or robotics or things like that, I just met them where they were. And so many people ask me like, well, why did you decide on beauty as your entry point? And it's like, you know, when I'm in Sephora and when I'm in Ulta, the young girls are in there. And so Gen Alpha, which are young people ages 8 to 13, are actually Sephora's largest consumer. They spent $4.9 billion last year.
Wow.
Yeah, and they don't have a job.
Right.
So you're working for them. You're working for them. Yes, you're working for them. And so now it's like, okay, this is where they are. This is the thing that interests them. And so if you can expose them to STEM in this way, now they kind of start looking for it in other areas and other aspects. So my program, we just actually completed our Tampa camp last week, and our focus was on fragrance formulation. It was an amazing experience. We had Joe Malone come out and talk to the girls. We had a young lady, Britta. She's launched several celebrity fragrances. She launched Kim Kardashian's fragrance. She launched Rihanna's fragrance and a few others. And she came out and spoke to the girls. We had a florist / botanist come out, because a lot of people don't understand the correlation between botany and fragrances. All of the fragrances that we use, they are extracted from plants or flowers, whether it's roses or gardenias or jasmine or any of these things. And so now the girls can see the correlation, and then they were able to actually formulate their own fragrances. They did a candle, they made a body oil. So now they got to see how fragrances react not only for personal and beauty products, but also for home products with candles. And so after the success of my program for the past couple of years, I first partnered with Spelman College in Atlanta. And Spelman is the only HBCU that offers a cosmetic chemistry degree. And so after I partnered with them, it was very successful. And so we started an HBCU tour. And so we actually leave next summer. We'll be at Xavier. We have great results in the last 5 years. We have eight young girls that have went through my program, graduated high school, and is now in college studying some form of cosmetic chemistry. And so we're really excited about that. I'm able to help them get internships with industry, L'Oreal, just amazing opportunities for these young girls. So thank you so much. So that's our tour. Next for the gentlemen, right? So I always tell guys, and the reason, just being selfish, the reason that I always work with guys, because it was easy, right? It's a top, it's pants, shoes, let's go. A belt, let's go, right? And so more important with men than with women is using your accessories, right? Like, do you have prescription? Are those prescriptions?
Not really. No.
They're not really, so you can go.
I wear them to cover my bags.
Okay.
To cover your what? It works.
Two-part question, right? Because you can use glasses as an accessory, right? If you were somebody that had to wear glasses every single day, they're going to be on your face every single day. Make that a part of your signature, right? So we need to get you some depuffing eye masks. We got to get that skincare, the trifecta, the hair, the skin, and then the wardrobe. And so I always tell men, skincare is very important. Cologne is very important. These are things that you can use that can help your style. It's like, is it Devon? Davion. Like, Davion smell good. Like, every time I walk past him, he smells good. Now that becomes your signature. That becomes your brand, right? Like, so use these things to, enhance or leverage, right? Because as soon as someone comes up to you and be like, oh my God, you smell so good. Now they open. Their eyes are open and their nose is open. So now you can tell them anything and they're going to be receptive to that. So the same concept applies. Like, the goal is to attract the people to you. I can just walk in a room and just because of how I look, I'm going to get treated differently. Things are going to work for me. Another story. So, how many of you guys know who Mace and Cameron are? Okay, so they're former rap stars that have now switched into the sports podcasting lane, and they have a very influential sports podcast. So Mace has a twin sister. Me and his twin sister are really close, and they have this sports show. So Stacey, who was his sister, she was like, I'm gonna call my brother and see if you can work with the show. The host need a stylist. Let's see what we can kind of put together. And so, go back to the picture where I had the coach on. Go back. So she talks to her brother. Keep going. He gives me a call. Keep going. Here. She gives me a call, and Mace and I start talking. So that next month was All-Star Game. It was in Indianapolis. So on Thursday they put up a ad, like, hey, we're gonna be doing a live show in Indianapolis, tickets on sale right now. So I go to buy a ticket, tickets going, like in 10 minutes, they're going. So I text Mace like, man, I wanted to come check y'all out, you know, but the tickets are sold out. He was like, if you come, I'll get you a ticket. This will be perfect. I can introduce you to Cam, I can introduce you to Stat Baby, and we just see where it goes from there, right? So I get there. Now, mind you, it's Thursday. The event is on Saturday. I'm in Tampa, where it's 86 degrees. It's 17 degrees in Indianapolis, right? So now I'm like, okay, let's see how this is going to work. I used to live in Atlanta, so I still have my storage in Atlanta. So all of my coats and things like that are in Atlanta. So I'm like, okay, how is this going to work? This is what I did. I got up Friday morning, I flew to Atlanta, go to my storage, get all my winter stuff, right? So now I'm like, okay, I need a flight to Indianapolis. It's All-Star weekend. Flights are sold out. So I'm like, what major city is close to Indianapolis that I can fly into and then drive? Detroit. My dad lives in Detroit. I fly to Detroit. I go to my dad's house that night. We get up Saturday morning. He takes me to the airport. I get a rental car. I hop on the road, hit it to Indianapolis, right? The event is at 3 o'clock. I get in town about 1. And I can't check into my hotel because check-in time is at what? 3 o'clock. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I find the venue. There's a little alley in the back. I get dressed in the alley. I've done this 1,000 times. I've got your favorite celebrities dressed in the back of an SUV. So I can do this. I walk into the venue. As soon as I walk in, Cam is walking in, right? We're walking in simultaneously. I look like this. He look at me, I look at him, like, you see it. Like, but hey, no worries. So he goes, you know, wherever he goes. So a gentleman walks up to me and he said, can I help you? Now mind you, I'm standing in the lobby. It's about 600 people in this lobby. The guy walks right up to me. He said, hey, can I help you? Do you need anything? I said, yeah, I'm here for Mason. I was like, is he here? If not, I can wait for him because I just saw Cam come in. He said, no, he's already here. Let me take you to him. He didn't ask me my name. He didn't check to see if I was legit. Like, he walked me right to him, right? So I go upstairs. They're all sitting in the green room. So they say, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's going on? Long story short, they end up not doing the show, right? You know, back end money, like the promoter don't have the money, we gotta come, right?
Yes.
So they end up not doing the show. They never went out on the stage, anything, right? So now I'm in the back with them, we leave. So now a 10, 15-minute meeting end up turning to like all day I'm hanging out with them. We go eat dinner, they go to the mall, all the things. And so now Mason's like, I'm tired. He had tickets to the slam dunk contest or whatever they do on Saturday. So he like, here go my ticket, you could go. So this is where I'm at. Like, we on the floor.
Yes.
These are Mason's tickets. These aren't my tickets, right? And so now I'm at the game. I'm on the floor. I'm sitting like 5 rows back from like Shaquille O'Neal, right? At that game, I met so many people and I got so many jobs just from that opportunity, right? But it started with the guy coming to get me out of the lobby. Had he not came and got me, I would have been sitting in the audience like the other 500-600 people there, and they would have never came out. And I want to say it's the way I look. Like, who else, you know, why didn't he go up to anybody else, right? And so I have so many stories like that where it has just really changed the trajectory of my life. I was sitting next to a group of guys, they were from Australia. And the guys literally were like, oh my God, I've never seen anyone as beautiful as you. Can I take a picture? So now I'm taking a picture with 6 random guys. So I'm sitting there talking to them, and they ended up being either the president or the commissioner of all the major sports leagues in Australia. So whether it was basketball, rugby, tennis, all the things. Right? So now they're here. They're like, Sakeya, when you want to come to the Australian Open, this is the commissioner of the Tennis Federation. We'll host you. We still keep in contact consistently. And so these are things that fashion has just done for me. And like I said, I've gotten upgraded to Delta One. Oh God, this is amazing.
Yes.
This is a runway Gucci bag that is. I love it.
Yes.
Me too. It only comes out little razzle dazzle. But again, all I have on is I have a white turtleneck on and a pair of jeans.
And your shades, like you mentioned. Yes.
Well, are those two different shoes?
No,
Oh.
they're just boots, like little
Okay,
boots.
that looks like a silver one.
Oh, no.
The lighting.
They're actually khaki.
Yes.
They're actually khaki color. But like I said, it's the other things, right? Like I'm gonna watch the game here. So the coat has a zipper right here, so if I unzip it, it can turn into just a short.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Baby, we got pieces.
Right.
So yeah, that's my little spiel. So like I said, I encourage you guys to use fashion as a way to navigate and gain leverage. Yes. Okay.
How do you feel about the thrifting world? You know,
Oh my God.
I thrift everything.
What was the question again?
About the thrifting?
Oh, okay.
Because I know it's like a major thing.
Okay, I got PTSD.
Yeah.
Thrifting.
I got
Thrift store, yes. Uh-huh.
Yes, Saturday, my aunt sent me a picture of a tweed Chanel coat that she saw at the thrift store.
Mm.
And I saw the picture maybe 45 minutes after she sent it. I called, I said, hey, you can't send me stuff like this. You have to FaceTime me. So I said, where are you now? You still there? She's like, no. I said, go back right now. Go back right now. So she goes back, and the people are looking all over for the coat, and she was like, well, they probably took it to the back because it's one of their more expensive pieces. So she said they told her to come back yesterday. I called her at 9 o'clock in the morning, like, why are you still there? Why are you not there? Do I have to come over there? And needless to say, the code was gone. I was crushed. I was dead. Like when you said it, it was like, I'm like, listen, anything Chanel, I don't care. We don't have to consult about it. You don't have to worry about the price of it. Just buy it, and we will figure all of it out on the back end. So to answer your question, that's another way to build personal style, right? I always tell people your style should represent what your life looks like, right? Even like when you're designing, let's say your home, you don't want to go in the furniture store and just buy the whole room. You want to pick a piece from here. You want to pick a piece from there. And thrifting has so much character, like behind the clothes. Like it tells the story. And it's just a way for you to guarantee that your style is for you. Yeah. So I love it. But when you said that, I was and she was like, you want to pay $250 for that jacket? I'm like, girl, that's a $7,000 jacket. Are you kidding
wow.
me? I was devastated. Like I can't talk to her for like 4 years. That little lapse in judgment. Yes.
Yeah, so you mentioned cologne earlier, so you know, back in the day, you were told, all right, how much you put on, and it worked, you know, you tone it down just a little bit. But how much, I just wanted to get your feedback, and even the ladies, how much sometimes is too much, or how, or just right.
Okay, so when you're building your scent profile, it doesn't start with cologne or perfume, it ends with that, right? So you build your scent profile in the shower. By the soap you use, the body wash that you use, that starts first, right? And then from there is oils, right? Because the fragrance sticks and sits better on your skin when your skin is moisturized, right? So it's the bar soap, it's the body wash, it's the soaps, it's the butters, it's the lotions, it's all the things that you do before you put the cologne or perfume on. So, I mean, I'm perfume blind. Like, I'm gonna spray. That's just me. But, you know, you kind of have to be mindful of the space and the place that you're going into. to, right? So whatever feels comfortable for you. But if you prepare your skin before that, you don't have to use as much. Yep. Anybody else?
I say, let's say, like my daughter, she's 20, she just turned 20, but she's a pilot.
Okay.
So she's gonna start doing videos, getting her brand out there. So let's say if I wanted, you to set up a brand for her, wardrobe and everything, but she's just young and wear braids and glasses, so she still look like a 13. So we still trying to figure out, how much would it cost for, I guess, your service or to set her on the right track?
Well, we can I always do like a 30-minute consultation that's free with someone just to kind of see where they are. And like I stated before, she's now entering into a space that is an authoritative and commanding role, right? I want my pilot to look pilot. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to look authoritative. I want you to look, hey, if anything happens, you ready for everything. And her style should represent that. And one thing that we maybe didn't delve so much into is lifestyle, right? That's very important with your brand. She's a pilot, so 85% of the time she's going to be in uniform, right? So she doesn't need as an extensive wardrobe as somebody that has to get dressed and go into the office every day, right?
Yeah.
So she just needs like those key pieces that's gonna supplement the 85% of the time that she's not in uniform. And there are things that she can do while she's in uniform, right? I don't know the parameters of what she can and cannot do as far as her look, but I always say nail polish. Nail polish is a quick, effective way to change your look, right? You can wear a bright red, a bright pink, anything, right? Lipstick, that's another way to easily change and elevate. Shelby, none of that?
Does she gloss, lip gloss?
She might do gloss, that's about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to bring her that time, but she just,
We could turn her up.
That's the person to do that
it's
to.
about the room for growth.
Yeah, we love that.
What's your website, or how do we get in touch with you?
Was it on the contact? Yeah, our email address is there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, question, do you have any favorite thrift stores locally that?
It's out in like West Chase. That's a good one. It's a consignment shop. There used to be one called Mod Shop, I think on Kennedy, but I think they may have closed. The red, white, and blue, that's one that I just found. That's where my aunt found the Chanel jacket that she abandoned. I'm telling you, boy, she don't have to make that up to you. Like, you owe me a Chanel. Like, and so, just take a day, take an hour. You just never know what you're gonna find. So, but those are the two that I can say, like, yeah.
And then you mentioned this one in here in Riverview?
Yeah.
Where in Riverview? Oh, 301.
301 towards Riverview.
Okay.
Anybody else?
The book. Tell us about
Oh,
the book. Yes.
The book.
Yes.
So like I said before, it's an A to Z guide of like all things fly. It's great if you're, building your wardrobe, revamping your wardrobe, transitioning to a new position, a new life, new things, So it's just a cool read. It's quick, it's easy, it has actionable steps, that you can start today. I'm very big on shopping your closet, right? Like, you probably have everything that you need in your closet. You just have to figure out or reimagine how you're wearing it, right? And so, yeah, great read.
I would like to order my copy first, and
Okay.
please sign it,
Okay.
autograph it for me.
I have a couple here.
Yes.
My personal number, yeah.
Any other questions, anyone? No, I know a lot of people are ordering. No other questions, anybody? Nothing about her upcoming tour? Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, I just leave that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll do two. So you want to do one? Or we don't have to.
I didn't hear the question.
She wants me to tell someone what their body type is. So Priscilla, what do you? Stand up.
Yes. Let me get over here where I can see Priscilla, my girl.
So step back a little bit so I can see you.
Yes.
Okay, and hands down by your waist. I would say that you are between an hourglass and between an hourglass and an athletic type, right? Your shoulders and your hips are proportioned, but your waist, it could be a little more defined to make you a true hourglass, right? So the thing is, like, if you can hold your hands down and you have like space in between there, that's gonna lean more to an hourglass, because that means the definition. I know.
Wait a minute. What happened over here? What happened?
Yeah, give me a second. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of like how you can tell. Like if you can put your arms down like this and you have space right here where your waist cinches in, that kind of will lean more towards an hourglass. Okay, anybody else?
So just a random question.
Yes.
Since you have this eye for fashion and design and style, do you see women or men, and are you just like, not judging them, but just kind of like looking at them?
How bad do I look right now? Let's go 1 to 10. How bad do I look?
Like, is your mind constantly going? Or,
Yeah,
you know?
it is. I attended an event on Saturday, right? I attended an event on Saturday, and it was a gala. And
All white, right? You had on the. Oh, she was so sharp, y'all.
People use that term real loosely, right? And so there's certain things that, you know, would constitute a gala look. And it just wasn't getting that. And I was just like, okay. And so, you know, there's a such thing as appropriate dressing, right? Dressing for the occasion. I see a lot of that, right? Even like when I'm traveling. To me, the airport is the best place to make connections, right? So many people come up to me because of how I'm dressed. Like I said, I get upgraded, all types of things. And I'm very simple when I'm going to the airport. Most of the time, I'm taking 5 o'clock flights, 6 a.m. flights. I'm tired, so I got sunglasses on. I got skincare on, so my face is really glowing. I'm gonna have on a black t-shirt, black slacks, comfortable shoes, and a jacket. And that's my uniform, right? It's not overly done, but it's polished. And it looks like I put some effort into it. And it's 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm glowing, right? And so somebody's gonna say something to me, and it's gonna lead to something else. So that's a very big thing, like dressing for the occasion and understanding the rooms that you're gonna be in. Because I don't believe in being overdressed, but you can be underdressed. So you always just gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm not a judgy person because I always come with solutions. I'm a solutionaire, right? So if I say something, I'm gonna say, hey, Jazz, I think you can upgrade this, and this is how you do it, right? I'm not just a person that's just gonna be like, get it together, sister. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna come with a suggestion or something that you can do to elevate.
Sakeya, I have a question.
Yes.
We're going to be going to a gala this upcoming Saturday.
Okay.
Priscilla, Davion and his wife, and I, and some others.
Okay.
So we'll be at USF for a
Nice.
Juneteenth gala.
Nice.
And for me,
Okay.
what with mine? I could come over. Let me.
Okay.
You got me to ride.
You got me.
Yeah.
I got to wobble a little bit, y'all. So,
Okay.
I'll pull my jacket off so you can kind of see.
I would say you are a rectangle. Yeah, just kind of straight up and down. So, and with your height, you know, it would be easy. A gala, the dress has to hit the floor. That's what makes it a gown,
Okay.
right? So something that hits the floor, whether it has a train, whatever.
Okay.
By you being athletic, you can do something that maybe has a corset, right? That cinches your waist in. You want to do something that's off the shoulder.
Yeah, I
right?
do a lot off the shoulder.
Yeah, you want to do something that's off the shoulder.
Okay.
And especially with your hair and the earrings, you don't want anything fighting with that, right?
And I won't be doing this type
Well,
of
it doesn't have to be that tight, but if you're wearing a statement earring, right? Make sure you oil up. Like, we need to be glistening. We need to be gleaming. We need to get our shimmer. Yeah, we need to get our shimmer on, you know, and use these things. You know, your skin can be an accessory, right? Like the other day, I started watching this makeup artist, and I saw her put shimmer in the earlobe of her. I said, ooh. Maybe it's on. I showed up to the camp, right? And so everybody, they kind of looking because they're not sure, like, did she mean to do that? Like, did she mess it up? And then, you know, Jasmine, is that makeup in your ear? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, because it's just something different. It's a conversation. It's a conversation starter. Because somebody's gonna look at me like, that girl got glitter in her ear, right? And then somebody gonna get the courage to ask me about it, and then I can, oh yeah, oh, why would you do it? Oh, you know, I have a STEM beauty program, and this is what I do, and you know. And so that's the thing. So, listen, use every advantage that you got.
Okay.
If you got an ear, put makeup in it. Okay. Like, you need to use all the advantages
But
that
your
we
hair
got.
perfume, I've never heard of that before, so.
Okay, so yes.
Do you have any samples? Thank you for your hair.
We gave them all.
Thank you.
I'm so bad. We just had our camp.
Well,
And so,
I actually, why she looks right, I can attest that I purchased one when
Oh,
it first came out.
do
and my
tell.
daughter stole it from me.
Ah.
It smells very good. It's
Yeah,
white
so
lace.
this-
It
Uh-huh.
smells really, really good.
and so, it stems from my STEM program, right? Like, when I first started my program, I was working with amazing perfume brands. I was working with Joe Malone. I was working with Creed. And so I was able to see perfume not from a consumer side, but from a industry side. And so I started just doing research about it, and I knew at some point I wanted to create a product that brought my fashion and beauty side into my STEM side. So after just learning a lot about fragrances from my partners, I had went to Paris, and I had met with a few perfumers over there, and I spent a couple days over there just formulating, understanding what my preference was, understanding notes and sillage and things like that. And so when I came back, I was like, okay, you know, people don't understand how much your hair holds, how much scent your hair holds. You can tell where someone has been just by their hair, right? They may have went out to a cigar bar last night, and now their hair smells like that. They may have been in the kitchen cooking, and now their hair smells like that. Just being outside in the elements, the environment, the pollution, all these different things are, you know, they're in your hair. And so as networkers, as entrepreneurs, you're always walking up to people, you're in close proximity with people. Again, it's just another tool. If I go in to hug Priscilla and her hair is right in my face and I smell it, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something, right? I'm gonna be like, oh my God, Priscilla, your hair smells amazing. Like, your hair smells so amazing. Boom, that's an opportunity for her to tell me about, oh, that's this, you know, hair perfume that I bought. And most people are gonna say the same thing. Well, what is a hair perfume, right? And so, like I said, it came from my STEM program, and I also use it as like real world proof of concept. When I'm talking to parents and I'm explaining to them about the program and I'm explaining to them the pathway that their student can travel. Like, this is a product that we developed that's in the market that stemmed from this program. So it really just gives tangibility to what I'm teaching the students within the program.
So I want to pull it up to explain the different ones.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is our first one. I can't believe it.
I might have the first picture.
No, I'm saying I don't have one. So say less, well, I'm sorry, go back. So we have two SKUs. So the first one is Colossal. So that was our first one. That one is really fruity. The notes are like peach and blood orange and jasmine. So it's really light, it's really fruity. It's a very summery type product. The second one is, and that is so crazy because that little bag that I had, I took the perfume out of the bag. I don't, because I changed purses. It was in the first one I gave from you. See, you're supposed to be going there. The dark one, Say Less, that's more of a heavier scent. It has vanilla, tobacco, musk. That one is kind of like our unisex one because guys use them as well. They use them in their beards. They use them to layer the fragrance that they already have, so they don't fight with fragrances that you're already wearing. Like I said, it's just something that can be utilized to add leverage to what it is that you have going on.
That's just like you are a designer, you see people, you think of design. So all the stuff you're saying, I'm thinking of all the tax write-offs that I'm like, I wonder if she take advantage of Paris. I wonder if she take advantage of that outfit she wore. I wonder if she take advantage.
Well, we need to talk. I got a lot of things I can write out. Because this is work attire, right? Yeah, so we definitely can talk. Anything else? I feel like I done took over.
No, you did perfectly with your timing. So if you have any other questions, please make sure you reach out to Sakeya. And at this time, did everybody get to order their breakfast? Okay, I'll get the wait staff. I'll be right back.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, babe. Thank you.
It's live.
I'm gonna get orders here.
Oh, we've been.
Where you think you are?
So what?
Jay, what did you get?
So cute.
Who do you think she is? And y'all, do y'all know she just had her second baby?
Yes.
When? She was.
I got Donaldson to get the orders.
Good to see you. Hi.
She just had her second baby.
Now tell me your name again. Because you were Molly's Natasha. Yeah, so her daughter actually attended my STEM program. Yeah, she enjoyed her.
Loved it. And I thought I had a hairspray that I took from her. But I couldn't find it in my purse. I was gonna show.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was amazing. The girls got to create all of these fragrance-based products, and
She was telling me about it. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the same.
yeah,
Yes.
it was really nice.
And
Who wants to
introduce
know
yourself
more?
really quickly too, before.
Yeah, sure. My name's Natasha. Munis. I live in the Parish area. My mom, I have 3 children, and I run a business in financial services. So I do like life insurance, retirement planning, annuities, anything that deals with like how money works. And so
Yes.
nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming. And your daughter Riley had such a great time in the camp. Yes.
Yeah, she had a great time.
Was she able to sleep that night after graduation?
She came home, first of all, she came home, and she was hiding in the room on the iPad. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I know it's late, but I need to come up with a product design. And
See what you started?
I turned them into entrepreneurs. I'm like, look, we need a product design. We need a logo design. I'm talking to them the difference between marketing and branding. We need a story. I need you guys to build a story around your product. I need colors. I need typography. I need a slogan. I need a tagline. One of the students made, it was called Tropical Breeze. That was their fragrance. And their tagline was where every spray is a vacation. I said, ooh.
Yeah.
Good. I like that.
Y'all should have seen them when they were standing. I was blown away. I literally was blown away. That was for this. Well, for Tampa. When will you be doing another camp?
We'll be doing one in the winter time, like when they have their winter
okay.
break. Because it's a week long, so we need a time where the students will have a week off. So we'll be doing one in
So
December.
how would I find that?
We promote all over social media.
So do I follow Fly Girl Approved?
Yes.
Instagram for
Science and beauty.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll get it.
Yes.
Well, this was a fashion.
Okay.
And Nina, to see some of the photos from last week's camp, go to the Ball States Collective,
Okay.
and they're tagged in there.
You can follow
So,
me.
Because I
yes.
have like 2 of those little Gen whatever they are.
Uh-huh.
And they could come like make all the things.
And listen, if you ever have like a birthday, I read this from going on the website. If you have any birthday parties or anything, you can order her kits
Yeah.
for your part. Y'all hear me? Look, I was all over her website. That's yes.
I have DIY STEM kits that I created, and we have them implemented in 6 middle schools in Hillsborough County. And so with the STEM kits, the students can make beauty products kind of like at their own leisure, because everybody can attend one of the camps. So we have a very small cohort, but it's the opportunity for them to get introduced to science and beauty. Yeah.
So imagine that, having a birthday party with these kits. When I was like, I don't have a little girl, but I'm gonna make sure I donate for a little girl to be impacted by this. So did you get an order to ride? Okay, perfect. Yes, let me